Well, Texas hockey fans, this is our first ever live stream during a Dallas Stars game. I'm not saying that it was going to be a regular thing, but it's not going to not be a regular thing. Welcome to Clean Sheet of Ice Watch Along Stars versus Flames. I'm your host, Stone Strankman, joined always by Dom Garcia. Savannah will be joining us here soon.
Yeah, I mean, franchise record winning streak. I mean, we had to jump on. We were already planning jumping offline, but we had to jump on live. We had to.
Well, yeah. I mean, what were we going to not jump on for an 8 o'clock game? 9 o'clock was a little tough. Look, team, Luke was sick, our social guy for Clean Sheet yesterday. So I took over and I was like, I got this. I'm fine. Fell asleep right after Matt Duchene's goal last night. So hand up. Didn't get that highlight out. I got my tweet out and I was out. It was over. I couldn't do it. I couldn't figure it out. I couldn't get there. It is what it is, team. All right. Can't do anything about it now. But shit pumping. I called it on yesterday's episode, Dom. I needed a shit pumping. I needed 5-1. And you know what? They did one better, 6-1 against the Canucks, a bad team. It's exactly what they should have done.
No, and I passed out the second I felt like the game was out of control. I sat right back here on the sofa, and sure enough, exactly what Stone ordered was an absolute shit pumping. And we had we were nice to them at the start, and then Matt Duchene turns it on, and
Liam Bichel turned it on.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it?
That was a time. I enjoyed that one thoroughly.
Yeah. I'm also enjoying all these chats that are coming in right off the rip.
We got a bunch of chats already. I was busy tweeting this out. What's up, Claire? Got Gus in the chat. Wow. What's up? Tori's here. She's monitoring the election. That checks out, Claire. That makes sense. Gus, thank you for congratulating us on 250 in my DMs today. That was huge. We're over 252 subscribers. So this little puppy right here, we're giving it away tomorrow. Me and Dom, I think, are recording in the morning after this game is over, so we can recap Monday's game, Tuesday's game. We're going to give away this bad boy, Mikko Rantanen bobblehead. Be given away. So you got to tune into the podcast. You got to listen, and you got to keep those ears open. You can't just tune out in the middle of the podcast. You can't be driving and completely forget where you're going, right? Have you done that, Dom? I used to do that a lot in high school on the way to morning practice for swim team. Just completely black out, and you just went through several green lights or over a mountain or whatever. That happens to me a lot. You can't do that. All right. You got to tune into the podcast. You got to hear the buzzword because it's going to be a commenting thing. So you got to be subscribed to the channel, obviously. And if you're subscribed to the channel and notifications are on, you'll be right there. I know you'll be in the episode. So you got to tune in, hear the buzzword, comment that buzzword in the YouTube comment section on tomorrow's episode whenever we're done recording that and getting it up. After that, I don't know. It depends on what the comment section looks like. We either give it away Friday or we give it away on Monday's episode. It's one of the two. All right. It's one of the two.
Yeah. And we are so blessed. I mean, the amount of time it's taken to get to 250 is really it wasn't that much. And we knew we had a following, and it just continued to have consistent growth. And could it be more happy that it's happening right now at the trade deadline, and we're going to have more content. We're going to have more stuff for our loyal people that are watching us every week.
Yeah, we've already discussed what we should do for the next giveaway, which is going to be 500 subs. All right. Couple of hunks. What's up, Sammy Boy? Sammy Boy's on the Twitter sphere, just hanging out with us, which I'm assuming y'all have just finished up your pregame stream. So welcome, Sam of DLLS. Happy to have you. Matthew, yeah, I'm down during the 6-game home streak, down to have a beer pregame over at AAC in the plaza at some point. I just didn't have a ton of time before the last one. Savannah has joined us now. We've got full team. Got the full team, guys. Got everybody. Luds is eating cookies. Well, I would hope that he's eating cookies and drinking beer, Sam. That's what I hope. But yeah, Matthew, during the 6-game home streak, I will be sharing a beer with you in the plaza. I'm down. Very much so. Not Friday, though, because I won't be there. Sorry. It's unfortunate, but what can you do? Last game before the deadline. Yeah, how is everyone feeling? You know?
It's in that weird mode where a trade can go on at any moment, but
Yeah.
You know you're going to be hit with something on a different team.
I have no idea what's going to happen. We just saw what's his nuts, McCann, from the Preds go to Minnesota, another big body, another 6'6" guy. You know, I don't know if he's the toughest, but he's kind of like an NBA player in the NHL. He's always flopping around and stuff. But what can you do? We're live on TikTok with the actual stream as well. So if you want to watch the game while you watch with us, you won't get the full team. You'll just get me on the screen, but you'll still be able to hear everyone. So it's going to be cool there. Whole gang is here. Vibes are electric. You know, the last time we had the full gang here for at least an hour.
We were watching Team USA.
Team USA won a gold medal. People forget. People forget. All right, puck drop. Is everyone kind of in the same realm here?
Yeah,
time-wise?
Yeah.
I am putting it on right now.
Savannah didn't even have the stream on. She has no idea. How do we feel about Rope on IR? Look, he's sick. What are you going to do? That's the Olympic sickness going around. It's not much you can do.
He'll likely be back on Friday is what the hope is there.
Yeah, the social team kind of did the fans dirty today with the game day tweet, putting Rope in the background.
A little bit, yeah.
Shouldn't have done that. What can you do?
So what did you guys think about last night's game?
I had fun, and then I fell asleep right after Matt Duchene scored.
Pretty good.
It's like 11. It's past my bedtime.
Yeah, once they kind of got into a groove, I think I fell asleep in this office. Like, I didn't even go to my bed until I woke up later in the night. It was probably like 2 a.m.
Wow. No, I thought DLS talked about it. Sam talked about it. It was like how Vancouver, after the first period, they just weren't like rushing the pucks, weren't putting in like kind of a full effort. And that's kind of what you expect out of a bad team. But the good thing is that the Stars didn't ever let up through 3 periods. I thought that was the interesting part.
Yeah, no, they played great. Obviously, that first period with the Canucks, that was a little bit more of a challenge. But even like after the game, Glenn Gulletson was like, you know, they've been playing their game and staying consistent through all 3 periods. And, you know, for a long period of time, that's just like where the Stars are at right now, which is great.
Yeah, it was a really good one. Just thought it's a solid game. What can you do? You know?
Yeah, Adam Ernie goals are always fun.
And that goal was fun in general, just because it's not normal.
Yeah.
You know?
I like that for him. It's probably such a great feeling to get a goal in there, just given the fact that he's just been like a consistent on like the bottom 6, you know, for so long. And he's just like more of a physical body that's there for like some extra depth. But to see him score, it's awesome for him.
Yeah, the last time he scored, I think, was that Anaheim blowout game in December. Is what they said on the broadcast last night. Obviously, he was hurt before that, so he missed a good bit of time. He comes back, and he's kind of in and out of the lineup. So when Ernie scores, it's like it's a fun little nugget, you know. Him and Nathan Bastian just scoring in back-to-back back-to-back games. You take that, right?
We like it.
Duchene not playing for Canada in the gold medal game helped the USA. I'll raise you Wyatt Johnson, Matt Townsend, because they had a 5-on-3 power play. People forget. People forget. All right, I thought I could like squeak by on TikTok with the stream. It's not happening. Can't do it.
It's okay.
They started yelling.
Okay, love the hat. The hat is a vibe. Where's the hat from?
It's I got it off of 47 brand. It's a little 47 brand, which is a quality hat, no free ads. If they want to sponsor this podcast, gladly would take 47 brand. I would wear a 47 brand hat every episode, every live stream. Put that in your marketing team pocket, you know. But yeah, it was just like they do different kind of drops every once in a while, and this was like the championship pack, like 2-3 years ago. Spotted that puppy because it's the modern logo, but with the 1999 Stanley Cup champions thing on there.
Mm-hmm.
I was in. I'm a sucker for a good hat, and
It's a good hat.
I was searching for a good hat tonight to pair with the jersey because I don't get to wear a jersey often and watch games. So here we are.
Our first in-game live stream, you know?
Who would have thought? You know? Who would have thought? Going on the peepers here pretty quick.
Coleman to the box.
Future Dallas Star? Question mark? Maybe not.
I wouldn't hate it.
Wouldn't be bad.
All right. Wyatt Johnston power play goal. Can we see that? That'd be great.
That'd be
Get the
sick.
numbers going.
Was
Keep
he
it
2
up.
away from tying the actual franchise record?
Let me check how many power play goals he's at because I know it was.
He's at 20. I think
Okay,
the
so
record's
yeah,
22.
so two more.
There we go. Matthew, how many hats do you have? Because I think I can challenge you on that one. I'm the hat connoisseur.
Yeah, nobody is coming for Stone's hat throne.
Junior with around the circuit.
Okay, that one's close.
He's right in there, dude. Oh, that's a brutal call.
And here we go.
Oof.
It's tough.
No.
Yeah. Hats are a problem. I ordered another hat today, Dom.
Of course you did.
Look.
Matt, earlier this year, I came to watch Dallas and Edmonton play, and my family came because I've converted them into all Stars fans. My brother met Stone for the first time, and he goes, "Man, that was the first time I've ever seen him without a hat on."
Yeah. I don't know. I just like hats. It's not that my hairline's bad. It's not that I have bad hair. It's just I like hats.
It's like very rare to see you without a hat. Like I've seen you in the press box several times without a hat, but anytime else, like you're always in a hat.
Well, I was nervous the first time last season, just hanging out, going to morning skate, going to practice and everything. So I thought I had to be kind of professional. So I would rock no hat. I'd shower, I'd get the hair ready and everything. And after a while I got comfortable and I was like, I'm just wearing a hat, guys. It's going to happen. I'm just going to wear a hat. And I realized I could wear the hat. So it was fine. But yeah. And then when you go to the games, I'm not wearing a hat. I'm respectful of the press box. All right, team. Respectful of the press box. Being an F1 and a golfer, you might have me beat. I don't know, Gus. I think everyone's underestimating my hat collection because you only watch this podcast, team. All right. I have an NBA podcast, an NFL podcast here on Apollo Media. The hat collection grows into those sports and then it grows into other things as well. Like there's golf hats. There's plenty of golf hats. There's lots of golf hats. Golf hats are a problem. Mississippi State hats, ordered another one today because Mississippi State got a new Era sponsorship this year. I had to get the new Era hat, $59.50. I had to get the new fitted. Haven't gotten one since 2018 when I first got to Mississippi State, and that was the Adidas one, and it is ragged and sweaty and gross. So I need a new one. No, the hat collection's it's a real problem, team.
It takes an entire closet.
Yeah, my closet has like these shelves on top. Like it's just kind of built-in shelves with hanger hooks underneath it. The entire top, all of the shelves basically are taken by hats, and then a handful by shoes.
Boy,
That's about it.
This PK looks elite at the blue line right now.
See, Kush has my back here. He knows my hat collection.
You guys, I have neither of these collections. I don't have a jersey collection. I don't have a hat collection. I need to just, you know what? I'm just going to start a shoe collection. How about that?
I would have had you beat like 7 years ago.
I bet. I don't doubt it.
I've stopped collecting shoes. Stopped over the years because that became a problem too. I don't know. Yeah, the hat collection is a lot like your jersey collection. It's just like I get all my main teams, and then after a while, I just start getting random hats that I like. And then the golf hats is just kind of is what it is. Yeah, Gus, I'll get you a count at some point. I do know before I moved to Texas in 2023, I got rid of 70 hats. Got rid of.
A lot. That's a lot of hats. I have a question for you, Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Do you wash your hats?
No. Just
Dom, do you ever wash any of the hats you wear?
I mean, I don't even wear hats enough for them to like be in a position to get and I think Stone has so many, he can rotate them so much.
Right. I'm sure you do rotate them. Yeah.
No, I have my favorites. I go through phases like this upcoming, like the USA hats, right? Wore those pretty much every day for about 2-3 weeks there for the Olympics. About to rip those out again here this weekend. We got World Baseball Classic. I'll be wearing that US baseball hat a good bit for the next week and a half, 2 weeks. Stars hats, I've got plenty, so I can rotate those and not feel bad about them. The problem is, Savannah, is the golfing hats and the running hats. Those get gross. Those get real gross. So you gotta get rid of them after a while. It's not even worth keeping them because the yellow sweat stains and all that, it's just tough. So
you just need some new ones. Yeah.
So that gives you a reason to go buy a new one.
Oh, here we go.
That's where it goes. That's where it goes. But I have so many good golf hats now from places that I like to play golf or like clubs or whatever, like fun, cool hats. And then after you wear them to golf a few times, they're disgusting in the summer because it's 107 degrees outside here. Or if I go to Miami and play, it's 95 degrees and 95% humidity. So it's like the sweat becomes a problem. So there's a few hats that are kind of ruined already that I've only gotten to wear a handful of times to actually play golf in. So that's a problem. That's a problem. Yeah, I guess I'm a rotator. I don't know. It just depends on the mood. Like for the Stars, I haven't held on to one hat this year that I've been like addicted to. I wore the Dutchy hat, shout out to Tori, for a while until he came back almost every episode. But I'm not addicted to a hat right now.
Stone is right though. 47 brand, like
it's a quality hat.
If I could just have every hat made by 47 brand, that is the most comfortable hat.
Yeah, it's probably the most comfortable. I'm a sucker for a fitted hat though from New Era. I don't know. Always been that way. I don't really like dad hats. I need a little structure. I think I have a weird shaped head. Maybe I'm self-conscious about it. So Matthew, do you buy blank jerseys and then go get them stitched to save money? Is that the plan, or you can get the jersey and then get the number and name put on it because you're not able to necessarily grab the jersey? Need to know.
Yes, tell us your method, Matthew. We'd like to hear this.
So I saw our buddy Stars Countdown last week on Wednesday at the game. He had a USA Otter jersey on, obviously. Saw it, and I was like, I wanted to get a USA Otter jersey, but the jerseys aren't stitched. So I don't like that on a hockey jersey. I need everything stitched.
Here we go.
Oh, let's go. Sam Steele. I'll never trade Sam Steele, team. I'll never do it.
We love it.
Our Swiss Army knife, our Labrador Retriever, as Gully called him in the press conference on Wednesday night. Sam Steele. Let's go. Ominous Flames with the early heads up there. So Ominous Flames, if you're new to the chat, we do 1s for good things, 2s for bad things. So you type 1 in the chat for something good, whether that's getting to go on the PP, a goal, something like that, or a great save. Ew, gross tip. 2s are bad things. We're going on the PK or we're scored against.
You know what? I gotta say, there's so many guys on this team stepping up right now. Mind you, we're missing Mikko Rantanen, Rope Hintz, Roddick Foxa right now. The amount of guys stepping up and just getting the scoring going in the past few games has truly been very incredible, given the fact that some of your, especially Mikko Rantanen, is out and Rope Hintz.
Yeah, it's been a lot of fun this past, I guess, week almost of having the games back. And no Mikko, no Rope kind of sucks because they're just really fun to watch. Watching Mikko every night is an absolute pleasure. It's a blast.
Yeah.
Rope, when he's on, is a lot of fun to watch as well. But getting to watch our guys, Adam Ernie, Colin Blackwell, Justin Ritzkovian, Sam Steele, some of these guys that don't get a lot of maybe recognition or praise during the season or anything like that. And when they get to go out here and actually play really well, I think that's really fun. Like Sam Steele's pass last night to Matt Duchene. That's not good. Yeah, that's a deserved 2 there, Matt. 2-2, double 2s. But yeah, like you don't want to play fourth liners like this all the time, every night. You know, you want to get Mikko and Rope back, which we will eventually, hopefully. But it's cool to see these guys shine because they grind just as hard as everyone else.
It's a really good confidence boost for some of these guys, which I think is very needed right now at this time as you gear up here in March. April rolls around and the playoffs are right there. And everything on the line, especially with this being the trade deadline week, you're going to want to showcase what your skill sets are. And these guys are doing a fantastic job at stepping up to the plate.
Yeah, I just look, I love talking to the fourth liners in the locker room because they actually talk to you a lot of the time. And not to say that some of the top guys won't talk to you. Like Mikko will talk to me all the time. Like Jake will talk to you, whatever. Like, I don't know. Colin Blackwell, Adam Ernie, you go up to them. They're not necessarily excited to talk to somebody, but they're willing to talk about kind of whatever. Like Colin Blackwell, right. I talk about the NBA with him all the time. It's just a good time. Speaking of fourth liners, I did talk to some of our favorite fourth liners in the locker room the other day. Pre-game skate. And one of them will be joining this podcast in the coming weeks.
We're so excited.
So you'll have to stay tuned. I don't want to announce it fully who it is just in case it doesn't happen because last year, obviously, we had Matt Dumba, had him scheduled, and he slept through his alarm because they didn't get to Nashville until like 3:30 in the morning, and they had morning skate at 11, and they didn't tell him that he had to be up for a podcast at 10. So it is what it is. But I'm working with the PR team. We're going to be able to have one of our favorite fourth liners on. He's a legend in this parts. He's a legend in this podcast parts.
We're very excited.
Yeah, it's going to be sick, man.
It's going to be fun. So that's why you should hit the subscribe button and the notification bell so you never miss an episode. But you will see a teaser on social media when we are either about to record with him or the day before we record with him. So I guess you could send your guesses into the chat. We got one on TikTok over here. That guess on TikTok, Matt, is incorrect because that guy is a top liner. People forget he's on the first line now. Or is when a healthy lineup happens.
So you guys, I went to the casino night last Thursday.
Oh, yeah. What'd you get out of that?
It was great. I had a great time. It was very interesting to just see all of the players just interacting with so many different people. And mind you, they invite a lot of season ticket members, and people need to purchase tickets to be there. And they have a whole auction going on. They raised about $600,000, I think a little bit over that, which is phenomenal for the Dallas Stars Foundation. But it was really interesting seeing some of the players just interact with so many people, and just a lot of the fan base that was really excited to be there and interact with them. These guys were taking photos with people all over the building. Like that's basically all I saw was fans going up and taking photos with people. Someone told me that they went up and had like a really good chat with Glenn Golitzin, and that he was like the nicest person to talk to. It was really cool. A lot of really awesome auction items. There was even some Olympic auction items in there. Like Mikko had a jersey that was listed for the auction from Finland. So that was really cool. And yeah, it was overall a really great event. So I had a lot of fun. Was very tired at the end of the night.
What was what was your favorite part of the player packages that people were able to bid on outside of the hockey items like jerseys or helmets or pucks or anything like that?
That's a really good question. They had some stuff from the other teams local in the area. So I believe they had like a Cooper Flag signed jersey. They had a couple Texas Rangers items. I didn't really see a whole lot of what else was out there, but they had different packages, you know, golf outings, things that you could do with like, you know, different things in the area. So that was really cool. But yeah. Oh, and then my other note was chatted with Marty Turco for a while. He's great.
Sure.
But he kept calling me Hannah the whole time instead of Savannah. So that was lovely.
Stuff. What can you do?
That's okay, though. That's fine.
Yeah, you can't win them all. But yeah, I saw Robo had a few bottles of wine, and I couldn't really read what the bottles were. So I want to ask him what those bottles were, if those are actually his favorite. Because Lindsay, our favorite person in PR, she said that when you ask the guys, a lot of them are the significant others kind of pushing the guys like, all right, and we got to put this, this, and this, and this in the boxes. And some of the other guys are really into it. And then a funny story was that Capo Bianco, he brought his in, and they were like, some golfer brought Bianco's box in, and they were like, no, that was him. That was Capo. He just had like a PGA hat on or something like that. And he kind of does look like a golfer, because not in pads or anything. Like, doesn't look as large and intimidating, maybe. But yeah, thought that was funny that someone thought he was a golfer and not Capo.
That is pretty good. I didn't even see him there.
Oh, Jamie. We're playing baseball, Savannah. We're playing. You brought up the Rangers, and now Jamie Ben's just batting things out of the air.
Playing baseball.
It's not his first rodeo doing that. Let's go.
Love seeing that from the captain.
That was a fun one.
That Steele, Duchesne, and Ben line is just outstanding.
Yeah, goalie talked about that the other day. Either after our morning skate or after the game, and he was like, yeah, no, I started to build something pre-break, and I wasn't gonna. That was the one line that I knew I could have when I came back whenever Mikko and Rope were out. So just keep throwing them out there, see what happens.
It's a great line.
The way these guys are playing, don't you just feel confident they're winning every single battle?
Feels like
for the most part, yeah. I mean, I think there's definitely going to be some challenges ahead. Colorado comes in Friday night. That's going to be a tough matchup, but I think that's going to give a good preview of what some of those tough games will look like as you get into the stretch of the postseason. So if you can dominate against Colorado, I feel like that's going to be a huge confidence boost.
Yeah, it would be interesting to see what they end up doing against Colorado, right? Like, we just don't know what version of Colorado we're getting, and we also don't know what version of the the Dallas Stars were going to get, because if they win this game, then they're on a 10-game win streak, and it's just like anything can happen.
Exactly.
Because Colorado right now, 6-4 in their last 10, so not barn burners by any means, and they're on a 2-game win streak. So, like, obviously still playing well, still the best team in the league, but they're not on pace to just never lose a game, you know? Mm-hmm. What they're doing. Ben Steele Duchesne combined on both goals. Yeah, sure. He'd take that all day long. Can Savannah see the chat?
Yes, I can.
Yes. 2.9 for Jamie. That's fun. Yeah, everyone has access to seeing the chat in Restream. They just have to hit a button. I don't know if Dom's figured that part out yet, but
yeah,
everyone can see chat.
All right, so most of the time Matt gets it blank, and then he adds the name, press, and the number.
Oh.
If it's like a situation like a 99 jersey, like, see, that's the thing about with these jersey collections is if I had a huge jersey, I would just wear the 99 jersey every time. Like my regular home or my regular way would never leave the house. That 99 jersey is so awesome.
Yeah, I haven't brought out my Robo green, victory green jersey since I got this one. Because I have this one and then I have the white reverse retro Tyler Seguin one, which I almost wore today, but too soon. Still sad. But that's fair. Getting it blank and then heat press with the name and the number at the hanger. Take it to a place that will stitch down the numbers. Interesting. Okay. Six points for a line and 15:43 of a period is impressive.
It's really good.
Especially that line, because that's not something we've seen all season. Chat, when we get to first intermission, everybody send in your wish list for the trade deadline.
All right.
Just for funsies. I think what we're going to do, I think me and Dom are planning on recording in the morning. I think if we could do another episode Thursday morning, maybe, and do a trade deadline preview and just go ahead and put it out on Thursday. So no Friday morning episode. But go ahead and talk about the trade deadline. And then on Friday, if things happen, I plan to be in AAC where Jim Neal will talk to the media around or after the deadline, TBD on that time, obviously. Plan to be there, and maybe we can live stream right after he talks to us from AAC. I'm going to bring my camera and my mic and do like a little 30-minute roundup on the deadline. If anything happens. If nothing happens, then you're not getting shit on Friday. Sorry. And then I have to leave promptly right after that to go pick up my lovely wife from the airport. So I won't be at the game on Friday night, unfortunately. But what can you do?
It's okay. You'll be there for Jim and the big presser. We'll see if we have any new additions to the roster.
Yeah.
Who knows what can happen? This is a crazy week. Anything can happen.
So yeah, in about 6 minutes, we'll do wish list in the chat. So save it till intermission starts, and then we'll just do trade deadline wish list from you guys. And we can either tell you that you're insane or we can dream together. Because me and Don were talking pre-show about some dreams, some hopes and dreams. We were talking about it.
The great thing about Jim Neal being your GM is you never know what he's going to do. The bad thing about Jim Neal being your GM is you never know what he's going to do until it happens.
Yeah, I had a tweet that did pretty well. today. I said, reminder, Stars fans, don't believe anything you see on the timeline unless it comes from Elliot Friedman or the Stars Twitter. And that's not a diss to any of our Stars reporters, but it's like I don't know if any of our Stars reporters are in the breaking news business. Like I know Sam, like he's just like we either get the tweet or the email right at the same time, and that's it. I can't do anything about it. So we'll see. Yeah, Matthew, we're gonna save that for intermission. We'll talk about that.
Yeah, like the Stars insiders, they get the information before it breaks, but they're not the ones usually to break it. They'll hold it until it kind of hits the Elliot Friedman.
Yeah, and I don't know.
Elliot Friedman is getting a lot of that information directly from team representatives. So that's where it trickles down to they're trusting him as a source to break certain news. And then that trickles down to all of us in the Stars media. So, that's just how it goes, nature of the beast.
Savannah, you think we could get with one of these team representatives that's leaking it to Friedman and be like, hey, why don't you want to leak it to like a local reporter, first? Or put it in a group text and who tweets it out first gets it. Like, I'm not going to text Elliot, but just put it in the group text. Whoever tweets it out is the one that got it first.
Like a competition. We should get a prize, whoever tweets it out
Dude,
first.
I'm so fucking good at notifications. I'd rule Elliot Friedman and put him in the dust. But I understand why they're not giving me any information. Although, hey, look, I had the Tyler Seguin going on LTIR last year, 20 games before he went on LTIR.
Yeah.
And that shit early.
Hey,
and I held that in. I asked Sam, I was like, hey, have you heard this? And he goes, huh? I was like, never mind. You didn't hear shit, dog.
And I had the Pete DeBoer.
You did, because I texted you.
I had the Pete DeBoer news a few days before it went down. And my tweet blew up, got a lot of eyes on it. It was like 300,000 people.
Yeah.
And I thankfully that went down as I had heard. So yeah, worked out. But yeah, there was only 2 other people nationally that had that info as well.
Because I remember, when did he get fired? Like on a Wednesday?
A Friday.
It was a Friday. Yeah. Because we were about to record like our season recap episode. Me and Dom were, and Pete got fired. We're like, all right, scrap that episode. Talk about that.
Oh yeah.
Like 5 minutes before we hopped on. Crazy.
Yeah.
But I texted you like that Monday or Tuesday because it's like, have you heard anything? And you're like, yeah, heard something. It's like, all right.
I had heard it was
I know what that
be,
means.
Yeah.
You didn't say anything, but I knew what that meant.
Yeah. Heard it was going to be happening by the end of the week. So I just kind of teed that up a little bit, and some people went nuts, which is fine.
Sure.
It's all good. But,
that was fun.
Part of the job.
It is. Me and Dom also had the jerseys, thanks to some people. The 99 jerseys, like, I don't know, late September, early October, maybe, before the season even started. We knew what they looked like. Didn't put those out either. So Stars PR team or personnel or whoever knows about the trades and the signings and stuff, you can trust me with your information. I won't put it out there. Unless you give me permission to put it out there, then I'm definitely ripping that out. I'll break some news. I just want to break some news one time. I just want to see what it feels like. So I can see
it's very stressful. It's very stressful.
But like what Friedman, Adam Schefter, Ian Rappaport, Sean Charania, Woj, just the goats of the industry on all the sports. I just want to feel what they feel one time, where I'm breaking something kind of big. So if the Stars are doing something crazy, I want to break it.
Stone will know what I'm talking about. You'll get your chance at the Stadium Series.
That's true. I think I will just break that one. I don't, because I didn't personally talk to any of these people. So, like, I don't have a problem breaking that and just being like, yeah, I'll take credit for nothing.
There you go.
So yeah, tune in like February 2027. I'll have something then. Maybe I'll have something before. Who's to say?
Just like 11 months from now. Yeah.
I did have some information on my favorite football team, but that was like not fun breaking news for me to put out there on Play Action Takes. So I didn't like putting that one out there. And then no one really cared. So it didn't matter. Thanks, Matt. Appreciate that.
Yeah. Thank you, Matt.
We try our best to toe the line between fandom and journalism. So me and Don were talking about, we have a great mix on here. Savannah's like kind of our true journalist, still loves the team and everything. But I'm the fan who went to journalism school, so I know how to act. Sometimes I don't act that way. And then we got Dom. It's just like, fuck it, I'll be a fan.
With a microphone.
It's a great mix, you guys.
It's got a little bit of everything, team. A little bit of everything. Now, if we had a former player like the LLS, I think we'd be cruising. But they got Craig, so what can you do?
You know what? We need to start calling some hockey insiders on here. Yes, we'll have our fourth liner on, but
yeah,
we got to get some alumni going too, get some analysis. It'll be great.
Got to get Hannah Bilk on day 2 of asking Hannah Bilk to come on the pod. Texas
All
Hockey
right,
Podcast.
guys, I'm looking at I have the Wild game on in the back while we're watching the Stars game. Sure. Avalanche are sitting at 89 points right now, top of the Western, and Stars are second at 83.
Yeah. I mean, for how hot Colorado was for several months to start the season and how not hot necessarily the Stars weren't for a while, especially in January, that was tough to be 6 points back to them. It's 3 games. Like if they go on a 3-game skid and we win 3 games in a row, you're tied.
Mm-hmm.
That's how you look at it. I don't think Colorado loses 3 games in a row. I don't know if they've lost 3 games in a row all season. I doubt it, but get Sevy part-time. I don't know if Sevy wants to do more microphone activities, but I think we could get Sevy for an episode. Sevy told us a fun story the other day at practice. I don't think I can repeat it, but it was very interesting. I could tell you all offline.
He's the best.
It was great. It was about the Colorado Detroit fight, that 97-98 team, the brawl where everyone fought. That was an interesting little tidbit. Because we were talking about
fun story.
Yeah, because we were talking about the Ernie Blackwell Ritzy scuffle against Seattle in that first game back. And he's like, yeah, that's what you want your players to do. All 5 guys got them up. And then he told that story, and I was like, oh, that makes sense. And then he said it was bullshit as he was walking out, just like Canada losing to the U.S. was bullshit as he walked out of the building. So that was fun. That was a good time. Shout out to Sevy. All right. Matt, they already decided on a logo for the Stadium Series jersey. I would assume so. Like, they kind of have to have that a year out.
Yeah, by now they would. Yeah.
And it's kind of middle of February next year, so they probably already had to have the jersey itself finalized so it can go to production and have them all right, all that kind of stuff. I know Dom would have more information about that, but due to working in sports, but pretty sure that's what what it is.
Probably when the season ends, they're already looking at the next year's slate. Like they're asking teams as they're making the schedules and everything. I think the jersey is probably in the final touches. I don't think it's finalized right now. Just because I know like next year the Texans are getting a new jersey, and I've already seen it, and it takes the production side long. It's not really the getting it approved by so many people. Takes about 9 months usually to a year. So I would imagine the jerseys, if there's more than one mock-up, there's one that they let now.
It's interesting. All right, Matthew Kurowski. We'll we'll get into it now. What do y'all think about the Chicklets trade talk about Robo for Brady Tkachuk? Savannah, did you see this clip today?
I did. I'm going to try to just take a step back when it comes to some of this trade talk and the trade rumors, because we deal with this all year long. There's obviously different conversations of where different players should go and what could be happening. One of the biggest topics of conversation this entire year for the Stars has been Jason Robertson. And obviously, we all know what Jason Robertson has done all season long. We all know that he's probably going to ask for a very high price point. He switched agents that also represent several Stars players. They've all done contracts with Jim Nill and that agent. So right now, Jason Robertson, before this season even started, there was so much talk about him being traded. And one of those conversations back in the summertime was for Brady Tkachuk. And so it's not something new that we've heard, but at the same time, does it actually sound realistic? The only thing that was just weird about that whole conversation today with the Chicklets was just the fact that you can't even get his name correct. Like, that's just a little, like, come on. Like, he's one of the top goal scorers in the entire league. Like, and you're calling him Robinson. Like, it's just a little much.
Yeah, and look, I used to like Chicklets, and over the years I've kind of stayed away from it because when they do talk about the Stars, they kind of just shit on the Stars, and I'm just like, all right. For the last 4 years, you can't really shit on the Stars. They've been one of the best 4 teams in the league for 4 straight years now. So that's kind of tough to shit on the Stars that way and just like not give them any shine. When Robo had 100 points, they never talk about it. And they go to the Western Conference Finals, they don't ever really talk about the Stars until they get to the Western Conference Finals. And then obviously they lose and they get shit on. So like whatever. So Chicklets is fine. It is what it is. The Robinson thing, I'm not blaming Yans on that. I am blaming ESPN and TNT because the announcers call him Robinson all the time. The people at the desk call him Jason Robinson all the time. Like, that is your national broadcast situation just being real fucked up and not be able to say Wyatt Johnston, and they say Wyatt Johnson. And Pete DeBoer called him Johnson, but whatever. Like, it's the head coach. That's one thing. But like when ESPN and TNT, your national broadcasts, are not saying players' names correctly, which is like one of the main things in play-by-play stuff, is being able to pronounce everyone's name correctly so everyone can kind of learn it at home. Because in hockey, you got a lot of funky names out here. You got the Finnish names, the Swedish names. You need to be able to pronounce them correctly, at least in the American sense. So when you call him Robinson out there, then everyone else that's an influencer, a creator, or whatever, they might just follow suit because they're not watching Dallas Stars hockey. And that's the issue. That is where the issue lies. It starts from national broadcasts and then leaks into creators, other podcasts, all that kind of stuff, and other people that just don't watch Dallas Stars hockey. Because we know our boys over at the Empty Netters, they love watching the Dallas Stars. They're big fans because they like the style of hockey. They're a good-ass team. They enjoy watching good hockey. But some people, they just don't care what the Dallas Stars do. And it is what it, yeah, the Miro Heiskanen of it all, the Jason Robinson, the Wyatt Johnson. So I think that's all stupid. However, I don't know if I want to say it. About that trade. I've been dreaming about this trade for a long time.
I will say, and I wouldn't know, but I hope it's a bit with Robertson, because I remember them talking about Robertson being left off the U.S. team, and they were saying his name perfectly fine at that point. So I'm going just to assume that it's a comedic podcast, that it was a bit, but where Stone is leading to, in that I think I'm with, like, it is a fan or former player, in this case, generated rumor. But you get to the offseason and Jason doesn't have a contract. And with the way Brady is looking in Ottawa, I'm just saying that if Ottawa goes down this road, there's 100% he would try to say, get me to Dallas. And that contract does match up.
That's where it gets weird. I sent a tweet to Savannah and I couldn't say that online, but I had to send that to you.
That's an iconic moment right there.
I sent that in another chat, and I was like, always loved this guy. Never didn't love this guy. Yeah, the contract situation is interesting because what is Robo making? 7.7 right now or something like that? 7.5?
Yeah,
Brady Tkachuk's making, and then Brady's making 8.205, I think, is the number through 2028. So that number makes sense. Like, in theory, sure, you're trading left winger for left winger. One does one thing, one does a completely different thing. Like, Brady Tkachuk can score goals and he can score points and everything. Jason Robertson, not Robinson, does an incredible job at that. He is one of the best. He's one of the best in the league at scoring goals, scoring points, that kind of stuff. So you're losing points in one way if you do that trade. You're gaining a completely different animal on Brady Tkachuk, though. You're gaining physicality and just grit and grind and just a different type of hockey that we've been used to over the last 5 years. So it's a little different. I'd be shocked if that happens. I'd be shocked if Ottawa trades Brady at the deadline, 1. And 2, I'd be shocked if Jim Nill traded Jason Robertson at the deadline. Plain and simple. So, like, I understand what everyone's coming from is like, I'm not trading Robo. If Robo's coming in at like $14 or $15 million and he's not going to budge, we're not looking at a Mikko Rantanen situation with Denver because, like, in Colorado, because, like, he told him, like, hey, I'm willing to work. And then they traded him the next day.
Yeah.
If Robo came to Jim Nill, was like, all right, I'm willing to work down from my original asking price. Can we meet somewhere in the middle? I'm sure Jim Nill and Robo would be able to get to that number. It's not Colorado, but the idea of a Tkachuk brother in a Stars jersey just gets me. Just maybe hot and heavy is the word. I would love a Tkachuk brother.
I would Dallas too, but it's also like, we've had these conversations for the last several months about Jason Robertson. There's been rumors surrounding him leaving the Stars, contract stuff. For right now, what we do know is the Stars want to keep him here through the summer, work out that contract, see what happens. He has limitations within his contract where he can't necessarily just leave right away. So there's going to be a lot of conversations, and I think it's going to be a summertime thing. I will be very shocked if Jim Nill does make a move and Jason Robertson is not on this team on Friday past 3 p.m. Like, completely shocked. But don't totally rule it out. Like, anything can happen. I just don't think the Brady Tkachuk coming to Dallas is a realistic situation. That's the one thing.
Yeah. I don't think it's realistic at the deadline. I think that's more of a summer conversation for both Ottawa and then obviously Jason Robertson. And he's an RFA next year. It's like they could do a 1 or 2 year another bridge gap deal, basically, where he's around $10 million for a year or something like that. And then he gets his big payday after that. So it's like kind of a stopgap before he can sign a 6 or 7 year deal on the free agent market or back with the Stars. You got all kinds of things to go on with Robo. Like, not worried about Robo getting traded, but when that gets brought up on the timeline and everyone's in a tizzy about it because 3 podcasters who are ex-NHL players are talking about it, they have sources, they have people that they talk to and all that kind of stuff. Just because they're saying something on the podcast does not mean that is something that's been brought up to anyone. So we got to just tone everything. Everyone's got to tone it down a little bit. Everyone freaked out today. Everyone panicked. It's okay, guys. It's the trade deadline, and we're working around the fringes here. All right, we're finding some UFAs. We got a little bit of money to work with. We'll see what happens. Jim Nill's going to do something. I don't think it's going to be that big one, but it could be. We don't know. We didn't know Mikko Rantanen was happening last year until midnight the day before the deadline.
Yeah. Exactly. And that was a very stressful night because we all knew something was going down. And then sure enough, we kind of heard all the rumors at midnight, and then things came to fruition the next day. So
have y'all taken a look at Logan Stankoven's numbers this season?
I know I haven't seen the exact number, but they're pretty outstanding.
Sure. They're fine.
They're fine?
Fine. Guess who's like 5 points behind them? From the Stars.
Oh. Hold on.
just take a wild guess, Dom. I know you're thinking right now. There's another player on the Stars.
We're talking about Mav.
Talking about Mav. It's done basically the same thing Logan Stankoven has done this year. Production-wise. That doesn't mean Stank's game on the defensive end or whatever. It doesn't mean anything. Like, he's probably doing some other things for the Canes. Whatever. Just saying. You trade either one of those guys, you're probably getting the same production. For Mikko, I feel like they didn't give up that much for Mikko now. That's what it feels like. Even though we love Stank. We love Stankoven. Like, he was so fun to watch and it's a blast to talk to and everything. But I don't feel bad about it anymore.
No, Mav could be one of those guys that you move somewhere else to gain.
Yeah.
If you can get, I believe, a 2-for-1 to where you get someone that can probably some type of winger, and then you get a defenseman in there, give up maybe some type of draft pick later down the line, that might be a good deal for the Stars. It just depends on who you bring in.
Yeah.
Everyone suggests the Flames. Obviously, we're playing them tonight, but I think everyone that you would want still has term next year, and that's kind of the problem.
And Jim Nill. I said Jill.
Jill.
He also just talked about the fact, last week, that he wants to look at players that don't have super long-term contracts on other teams in order to pick up the tab and have to keep paying out those contracts. He's going to want to look at guys that have contracts up or that will be free agents. And so, like Evander Kane may be in question there. A couple other guys that are going to be free agents after the year. It's easier to work out some of those deals.
Technically speaking, could we get Tyler Myers retained 50% because they have a retention spot, so he's at 1.5. You give him Lyubushkin and some picks, and you get Kane, Myers for Lyubushkin and picks, because Lyubushkin's under contract next year at 3.25. You retain Myers at 1.5 next year, so you're saving $1.75 million. Math is hard. Some 250, something like that. I don't know. Math's hard. Not good at that. And you get Kane, who Glenn Goldson coached literally last year, so he knows how he fits into a locker room. He understands how he works as a player and if he would work in this locker room. I'm just saying that this is all contingent on Jim Nill and goalie working together, which I would assume kind of happening. And you get a guy that goes UFA at $5.5 million. Then Tyler Seguin's money comes back. You can sign Robo.
Mm-hmm.
You do all the things, and you get a 6'8" defenseman under contract next season that can play 20 minutes a night right now with Thomas Harley. Just saying that could work in theory, and I know a lot of people don't like Evander Kane. However, he's fast. He plays left wing, and he's physical, and he scores goals when he's on a good team.
I think you need an Evander Kane on a team like the Stars right now. He's a physical guy, and he's like one of those brutal players that is tough to play against. Like, he'd bring a lot of juice to the Stars as a whole. And I know Stars fans absolutely despise him, but Stars fans also hated Matt Dumba when he came. But the thing is, Matt Dumba wasn't that consistent of a player, which is why he's gone. They got rid of him. Evander Kane would probably make a lot more sense on this team.
Yeah, we got a TikTok comment over here from Brian. You want Kadri? Isn't he up this year? No, Kadri's got like 20 bajillion years left at $7 million. So Kadri is pretty much a non-starter for the Stars, based on what Jim Nill has told us.
Matt, I was thinking the exact thing. That's where my mind was going. Marchment is exact, like that's the exact archetype.
Yeah. I mean, you need someone to score goals. You need someone to play left wing on the top line with Mikko and Wyatt, if that's what it is. Do we have enough scoring? Because we had this team last year, Matthew, and they did not score for like several games in the Western Conference Finals. I don't know if I don't think you could ever have enough scoring. I think that's the issue. It's like, sure, you have scoring in the regular season, and they do play differently this year. So I am curious to see what the playoffs look like this year for the Stars and how different it is in comparison to years past. I'm very curious, but you can never have too much scoring. Like if you could score 20 goals a night, why wouldn't you do it?
Yeah.
You'd love to have Marchment back, Brian. Yeah, I mean, I think everyone would. Everyone likes Mason Marchment. He's a fan favorite. Everybody in the locker room loves him. He's not leaving Columbus now. Columbus is in a pretty good spot now. I think they're not comfortably in a wild card spot, but they're right there and they're playing really well with the Rick Bowness hire. So Mason Marchment's not coming back this year. However, in the offseason, anything could happen. I have no idea.
It's off the top of my head, so I don't know their contract situations, but there are some guys in the New York Rangers roster that I think could fit in a Dallas Stars sweater if they're going to blow it up.
Who are you thinking about?
I'm thinking about Mika.
Interesting. I thought about it last year.
He is streaky. Like
Streaky
he
as
will
all
get
get out.
cold for like 4 or 5 games.
You think you're going to mess with the Finnish mafia, adding another Swede into the locker room? We already got 2. Just need to point that out. Yeah, Mush is up after this deal or after this year, so he could come back to the Stars. It just depends about money and term and all that kind of stuff. You don't like Kane, but for 1 year, yeah, he's a UFA, so geez Louise. With Sagan out. Yeah, that's the issue. It's like we don't have Sagan. If you have Sagan, this looks a lot different. You're not thinking about necessarily adding a Kane or anyone like that because you have Sagan.
I was listening to Elliot Friedman, and he was saying that it was a really close call. Like it wasn't. I mean, the knee injury was rough, but they were saying that like it was a tough decision to make.
Which is great for next season. And
Yeah,
I think
absolutely.
that's why you're looking at no UFAs or all UFAs and no 2 years or 3 years or whatever it is on someone that you're picking up because you feel good about Sagan coming back, which would be great. It'd be sick. Well, Matt, I have great news. Earliest Sagan returns is September. That's when preseason is, so we'd be fine. Be just fine with that. So yeah, I think Kane would add a lot to this team that you're kind of missing on that top line specifically. I know Ritzy's been fun on that top line when Mikko and White are healthy, but
Yeah.
if you can add Kane, that just kind of ups your offensive ceiling, and then you get to put Ritzy down with Colin Blackwell and Oscar Back and Radek Faksa and those kinds of guys, and you can kind of keep those. Ooh. Is that Borky? Speaking of guys that I said are kind of doing the same thing as a fan favorite we traded last year, Maverick Bork.
Of course.
What a kid. Let's go. Dude, you just get in net. Shit happens.
Like we've been saying, it just feels like we're winning every single puck, like 50-50 puck. We're getting to it.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the effect of just
what a
having
tough.
like 24th liners out there.
God, I feel bad for Wolf. Well, I actually don't, but
No, I don't right now. Maybe tomorrow.
it is 3-1.
Yeah, I would like Blake Coleman on this team too. I think Kane is interesting. Obviously, going to Stanley Cup Finals. Been there. Been in a locker room with Connor McDavid and Leon Draisaitl and guys, and seen maybe what could be a dysfunctional locker room right now. I don't know. People are saying. The problem is that Blake Coleman is signed through next season at 4.9 AAV. So even if you bought that down, it'd be $2.5 million next year, which in theory you could do. But I don't know if Calgary, do they even have a retention spot left?
That's
have
the
one.
Other
issue.
They have
okay.
One.
So yeah, you could do that, but then you're giving up a little bit more because that guy has term. And you're probably not wanting to just do it for Coleman. You're going to want to do it for like Coleman and Uyghur or whatever it is, you know? And that's when it gets more expensive and more expensive for next year with term. So that's where it gets a little tough. So in theory, yeah, would love Blake Coleman. He's a DFW kid. Family's from here, you know. Just don't think it works.
Yeah.
I also think like we need to discuss what potential defensemen the Stars could bring in too. I've kind of looked, and there's some like talk of them needing a right shot defenseman. So someone to hold that right side, but it's just a matter of who they potentially might be looking at. So I'm trying to do a little bit of research here.
Bring me our Texan Tyler Myers, you know. Just a little Houstonian. Come up to Dallas. I don't think it happens. But I'd be excited. Or Tyler Myers could just be like, just trade me now. Just get it over with.
Yeah. Once Savannah kind of pointed out the rest of the schedule, I'm looking at it now. You got Vegas, Edmonton, Detroit, Utah. How much longer could we go without Mikko?
Yeah. Not much longer, but to be honest with you, I think this is, you know, it was reported last, was it Tuesday we were at practice? So a week ago, when we had that conversation with Glenn Gulletson that Mikko would be out for 2 weeks and then they'd evaluate him from there. So we've already been a week. We have one more week until there's that potential talk. I think it could be a little bit longer than that based on some of the conversations. So that puts us past Colorado and into, what are the games next week?
Yeah, Colorado, somebody, Vegas.
Vegas, Edmonton, Detroit, Utah, Colorado again, Minnesota.
Yeah, that's tough. It's tough. Like this is, you need Mikko back probably within the next couple of weeks.
Wait, y'all don't believe in the power of friendship and fourth liners? So we're rocking right now. It seems to be doing pretty good.
The power of friendship is so good.
It's what it is. Just a bunch of dogs, a bunch of 5'8" dogs, you know? They might not, they're probably taller than 5'8", but not much taller.
And I'm always on the side of whatever the time frame is, give him one more week. But
yeah,
I might have one more week.
I think that's what they're doing with Rope right now. They're like, yeah, we don't need you right now, and just stay home. HQ on TikTok says Stamkos wants to come to Dallas. That doesn't mean Stamkos wants to come to Dallas. It's if Nashville is going to trade him, though he listed 3 teams he was willing to go to. It's Tampa, Dallas, and somebody else. I don't remember who the third team was, but probably Vegas or Florida, one of those two, you know? So it's where everyone wants to go. So that doesn't mean Stamkos wants to come here. Also, Stamkos has like 3 more years, 2.5 more years of term at $1 bajillion. There's no way.
Man, it just has not worked for him on that contract.
No. Did we see the play where Mark Stone got hurt? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
He's day-to-day, though.
Yeah.
So he's not LTIR Mark Stone. Also, they changed the LTIR rules to where you got to go on SE LTIR to actually benefit from it. All right, Bish. Oh, shit. Sure.
Calgary's got some big boys too. Like,
no, Kadri's a dog. I like Kadri. Like, if he didn't have all that term, I'm all in, you know? But he's at $7 million for 3 more years. There's just no way you can do that. It's not worth it. It's not worth it to lose the potential of Robo signing a deal with you for a 36-year-old guy that has 3-4 more years on term at $7 million. It's not worth it. Yeah. Term and AAV. That's what you got to look at for pretty much any potential deal that the Stars would like to do or you would like the Stars to do. Just go look at term and AAV. Got to.
And Calgary and Vancouver both were two teams going to last season where I was like, man, they're kind of making like the right moves. Like they're inching closer. And then to see them just get into blow it up mode, it's hard to do because you were already set of like term.
Ooh, that was disgusting, Dutchy. Holy shit.
He's looking really good, man.
It's just
Sam
like
Steele on Hattie watch.
Woke up. He just like.
Ew, Dutchy.
Dutchy's feeling it.
He's so gross, dude. I love him. I think that's a great transition for Savannah to talk about her conversation with Matt Duchene the other day, last week.
Had a great chat with him. He was really open about how he felt so much better coming back after the Olympic break than he did the Christmas break. And like, we know how rough of a season he's had in general with the concussion. It took him a while to get back, find his place, figure out where he needed to be as far as like the lines went, who he was fitting best with. He said that he went home for about a week to Canada just to go skate on the lake there. That's all he wanted to do, was go skate for like 5 or 6 days. Then he went, took a quick little vacation with his wife, came back, and he just pretty much was in full gear, like practicing during the Olympic break. And I think that's really great for him, but he said it was the best that he's felt coming back. And he was having obviously the point streak that he was having before the break started. And it's just rolled into this thing now. And he felt like the team doesn't necessarily need to make adjustments anymore as far as different, you know, lines and groupings for the most part, but it's more of like making the small tweaks and just finishing the puck movement. And so that's exactly what they're doing right now. And you're seeing that like play after play, and look at the shot that he just set up.
It's very strange that we went from Mason Marchment, Tyler Seguin, Matt Duchene last year, and now we're here, and it's Matt Duchene, Sam Steele, and Jamie Benn.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I just didn't see that one on my bingo card. You put Dutchy up there on the top line on left wing with Wyatt and Mikko, you're like, oh, this will work. And you saw a few things that were like, yeah, that was good. But Matt Duchene just needs to play center. It is what it is. Like, he's a middle player, and it's kind of all you can do with him because he's so good at playing in the middle and being that playmaker, being the setup guy, being the goal scorer. He's doing it all. But he has to be in the middle to do that.
Mm-hmm.
Because he's not a guy that's going to play on the walls and everything. Like, Wyatt Johnston will still do it. He's young. He's 22 years old. He's not even 23 yet. So
He can play it both ways, yeah.
And he can play it both ways because either he's young or that's just how he was. That's his instinct, whatever it is. Like Matt Duchene doesn't have that instinct maybe. And he doesn't want to be as physical, which clearly like I would understand now, especially with the injury this year. And he's a little bit older as well. So you don't want to get hurt. You don't want to be playing on the walls a lot. It's a lot more physical game there. But then you put him in the middle with Sam Steele, who was struggling on the top line with two of the best players on this team. And then Jamie Benn, who we know isn't going to score a lot of goals anymore. It's just, they're all kind of buzzing right now. It's crazy.
It's good. It's necessary. It's really needed for this team right now.
Yeah. I mean, Sam Steele on fucking Hattie Watch in March is crazy. Sure. Oh. Why don't we just get some more going here, boys? Nils Lundqvist. Let's fucking go, boys.
Nilsy.
Or is it Bastian?
Oh.
Bastian got the tip, I guess. Let's go, Nate. What a dog. That's the real Nate dog.
We love Nate. That's
awesome. Nate dog.
He's so funny.
He is. It's a good time.
Yo, they did change Wolf's out.
Yeah, they switched before that goal went in, but here we are.
Oh, what a beautiful goal. Top shelf.
That was a sick tip. I mean, very funny that look, Calgary and Vancouver, not good hockey teams this season. And we're at the deadline. I think there's I think locker rooms at the deadline are probably like the worst thing of all time.
Because no one knows what's going to happen. Yeah.
No one knows what's going to happen, especially on this Calgary and the Vancouver team last night.
Mm-hmm.
We're playing the best hockey of the season. We don't have Mako Ranson and Rope Hintz or Radek Fox on the team right now.
Oh, it's crazy. Like, whoever has the puck, it just feels like there's a plan. Like, it's not – they're never out of control.
Yeah, and they're fighting for everything and not just like the score's 5-1 and they're still flinging them at the net, trying to get in front of the net, create chaos, tip pucks, doing the hard things. So that's the beauty of it. That's the good stuff that you want to see as Stars fans right now.
Okay. What do we think? Over or under? Should I go with
6.5, right? Because that's only one more goal. Dom, you have an answer?
I think Sam's going to get a hat trick, so I would take over.
Sammy with the hat trick. That'd be cool.
I'd love for Sam to get Hattie. It'd be fun. Yeah, I'll go over. I'll say they hit 7. There's 30 minutes left in this game.
Exactly. There's a lot of time, and we're already at 5-1.
It's not like last night where it was 3-1 at second intermission, right? And they scored pretty quick out of it, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1. I think is what happened. Yeah, because Dutchy, Blackie, Bishel scored in that last period. So, yeah, I think they get another couple.
Mm-hmm.
What's wrong with the audio, Matt? Thomas Harley, another point. You're back. Take the over. Yeah, we'll take the over.
Okay, great.
Are you taking the under just to be different, or are you going to roll with us?
No, I want to go over.
Hattie in Alberta sounds good to me. Yeah. Where's Sam from? Anyone know?
He is from...
Seems Alberta-ish, right?
Let me look.
He is from Sherwood Park, Alberta, Canada. Mm-hmm. Look at me. A little Western Canada kid. Oh, we're going on the Peeps again. A little delay game.
Guys, Liam Bishel has played 29 games this season. Can you guess how many hits he's had?
It's like 180 something, right?
400.
No, isn't it like 190?
Do you just look at stats all day, Savannah? Shit.
Last year he had 155. He did not play the whole year because he got brought up.
Right.
This year he got hurt, and he already has 94 hits in just
Oh,
29 games.
God.
The leader on the team, who's missed a month.
It's pretty good.
That was a weird thing because he led the team in hits when he left, and then we're like, okay, yeah, like someone will catch up, and then no one got near it. It's what it felt like.
Still leading the team.
Yeah. It's only going to go up from there. Got to get Nate Bastian here on the power play, you know? See Nate Dog. How strong do you think Matt Duchene's ankles are? Just the way he's able to fucking spin around like that all the time.
Pretty solid.
Ooh, yeah.
Let's see. Come on, get the puck over to Sam.
Yeah, this is where we really miss Mikko and Rope. Because while that top power play is not a bad unit, your second unit is power friendship, you know, with Essa Lindell on there.
Good pass.
Must never skip leg day. Yeah, it's just doing shitloads of calf raises. Wouldn't mind seeing an Oscar Beck goal, you know? Damn. Ooh. Yeah, Mikko and Rope definitely open up more space on the power play because Rope's obviously super fast, super skilled centerman. Can play all the positions there. And then Mikko's just it's Mikko's apple orchard. Just sending apples left and right, you know? Kind of just lets Robo and Wyatt not have to be playmakers and they can just be shooters, which is sick. And then that second unit, you add Dutchie and Ben to that. So that just elevates their offensive skill on the second unit. So that's all it is.
All right. Cole Smith has been traded to the Vegas Golden Knights in exchange for a third-round pick in 2028.
So the Preds are selling? Is that what we're doing now? All right.
The Preds are selling a little bit.
For what? They're like the fourth best hockey team since like December or something. For what are we doing that for, you know?
So I'd like to see, let me take a look at Cole Smith's stats here. This makes sense, a little bit for the most part, but when you're looking at Vegas, he only has 6 goals, 4 assists this season.
Yeah. In 42 games. too, as a left wing. So it's just like fourth line insurance, I guess.
Interesting.
Yeah. Like, no one on Nashville's like wildly interesting to me, so I'm not even really looking at them. Yeah, I just don't understand why the Preds are selling right now, especially when their GM's trying to find someone to take his spot. One, and two, they literally are like the fourth or fifth best team in the league since December at some point. They showed that graphic when we were playing them last week. It's like they were 1 point behind the Stars in that sense, but they had a really bad start.
The Blues are more intriguing to me.
The Blues are selling too.
The Blues are more, I think they have a little bit more firepower as far as different guys that they have on their team than the Preds do.
Yeah, for sure.
Same with Toronto. They're selling too.
Are they?
I think they're selling.
Or are they going to do?
I think
they're going to sell apart and then French buy.
Yeah.
They're going to do the classic Toronto. We're going to get rid of this guy, and then we're going to buy 3 guys that aren't that good, and we're going to do the same thing that we've been doing all this season. That's what they're going to do. I don't know. And then Austin Matthews might be available this summer. Who's to say? Yeah, the Blues, though, they have all kinds of stuff.
I'm watching Bill Guerin on my TV right now.
Did you throw a rock at him yet?
We can't. Remember, we're
sorry.
Okay with him.
Sorry. I said he had 4 years. Sorry.
You have 4 years that you have to be nice.
Sorry. Hand up. Goofed it. Sorry, Bill. Sorry, not sorry. Yeah, the Leafs are probably missing the playoffs, and they're not going to sell. Or they're going to sell just like minuscule parts that don't really matter, that don't really get them anything.
Yeah.
It's not like they're selling Nylander, Matthews, any of those guys. Be interesting. It'd be a lot more fun if they did. To create a little chaos. The Panthers aren't selling either. They might sell some fringe stuff, but they're going to miss the playoffs too. But they didn't have Barkov all year. They didn't have Kachuk until January.
Seth Jones is hurt.
Yeah, it's so washed for Florida. They can go right back to the Cup final next year. I wouldn't be shocked. It's just, I mean, they went to the Cup final 3 years in a row, and they won 2 in a row. So, sure, the Oilers are happy to not see Florida in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm. And I think, Florida just lost tonight to the New Jersey Devils.
It's tough. Guerin has more success on the international level than the NHL. Well, yeah, it's true. No first-round wins. People don't like to talk about it, about Bill Guerin. And he's never been out of the first round. People don't like to talk about it.
Mirror to the box?
Yeah, it was a weak hold. But what can you do? Pacific is the worst division in the league. Yeah, I don't think it's particularly close either. So last time we played Calgary, the Mikko suspension game, where he got suspended.
Yes.
Sam Steele, what a dog. What a dog.
Whew.
What do we think about the Plano bid? Hate it. Personally.
I just feel like it's going to happen one way or another.
Yeah, it seems like the Mavs have the favor of the city.
Mm-hmm.
Because it seems like they're going to stay in Dallas. And there's not really room for 2 arenas in the city of Dallas, maybe, where they would like to be. So I think that's kind of where we're at, unfortunately.
Also, the fact that there's been no talk about the Stars considering staying in Dallas, or that there's people within the city of Dallas that want to keep them here, says a lot.
Well, because they met with some city planner, city of Dallas guy, Brad Alberts did back in, was it December, January, sometime in there. And that's kind of like the only thing we've seen with the city of Dallas at all. Mm-hmm. So that's a little tough.
Yep.
Best for team revenue. Yeah, I don't know what best for team revenue would be.
How far?
Like, what's up, Dom?
What's that drive looking like time-wise from AAC to like Plano area?
20 plus minutes without traffic. If there's traffic, 45 to an hour.
Yeah. Because I'm closer, and it took me 35 minutes the other day, like at 1 p.m.
It's okay. So like the reason that wouldn't be a problem for like a football team is because the games are at noon on Sundays, but the puck's dropping at like 7, 8 most of the time. That's going to be tough.
Yeah, because like every game's basically at 7 o'clock in Dallas until you get to the playoffs when they're at 8:54 puck drop. You know, got the Devils time puck drop. Outside of that, every game's gonna be at 7 o'clock, and then you're gonna have the 5 o'clock or the 4 o'clock Saturday, Sunday games every once in a while on the weekends.
Yep.
So like people that get off at 6 o'clock and they work downtown are now going to have to travel to Plano if they want to go to a game, as opposed to just leaving their car at work or taking the DART or getting an Uber or whatever it is. Like, I don't know. I think it sucks, but they're at AAC until 2030 as of right now. Obviously, they'd have to build a stadium. They'd have to crowdsource for funding and all that kind of stuff as well. So like it's not going to be anytime like super soon. Like it's 2026 right now. I don't think they're out of AAC in 2030. So you got to pick a place to go. They got to tear it down. They got to build the base. They got to build the arena, all that kind of stuff. I don't think that happens super fast. But the idea of having like a star center where it's everything around it is centered around the stars, where a lot of places in the city aren't, especially around AAC, like a lot of it's just normal stuff, whatever it is. But like you'd have the restaurants, you have the bars, the retail space, all that kind of stuff. You'd be a lot closer to the practice arena, Comerica Center, where their headquarters are. So I understand why they're looking at it. I understand what they're doing. Property taxes is probably a lot lower in Plano.
Yeah, 100%.
City of Dallas, from personal experience. So I get why they're doing it. It's just it kind of sucks because whenever I drive into AAC, see everybody walking to the arena, and it looks like a lot of people are putting jerseys over their like quarter zips or their collared shirts or whatever. They're coming straight from work and they're just picking up their jersey out of the car and going right over to the arena because they work a few blocks away. That part's really cool, and you're not going to get that in Plano. There's no transit. You got to take the tollway. There's a lot of things that kind of go into that.
So like one thing that pops into my mind, and this is just based on the fact that I worked in youth football for a really long time with the Cowboys, they may be wanting to target more of families and kids and communities within like suburbs to keep growing the fan base long term from like the young age children. Like they're really growing their youth initiatives right now with all the hockey camps that they do in the area with the different star centers. So that might be something that they're trying to target as more communities with families and kids to like keep the fan base like growing. Because when you do think about it, like majority of the fans that are coming into the building at the American Airlines Center right now, like you said, are people that just get off work and they're in the city of Dallas that are already like working and established. They probably want more like kids, families as well to like be more involved.
Yeah, so it kind of just takes down your Gen Z millennial age range of fans, and it turns into older fans and younger fans.
Yeah.
The no transit thing's crazy though. Like just not being able to like an Uber from Plano to Dallas is gonna be fucking insane after a game. An Uber from Dallas to Dallas is already insane, but I can't imagine what a Plano game day Uber home is. Because like if you want to go have a good time, like you're not driving. So that I don't know, kind of stinks.
How many power play chances have we had in this game? Is it 4?
72 maybe. I don't know. I can look it up though. It says we had 3. I feel like it could be 4. All right. Sure.
Ooh, that line.
Wow. 21 from Wyatt Johnston.
There we go. He always swoops in like Steph Curry for a corner 3.
Ooh, so good.
Yeah, Matt, they would lower the cost if they own the arena. And it's because they would own everything. Like, I mean, everything. I'm going through this with my job. Basically, there's a stadium coming, and it's going to be out where, in a suburb to a suburb. But they're going to own literally the apartments across the street, the parking lots, the retail. Like, it's too much money not to pass up. But I do think because of that and that revenue, I think they can make some things a little bit cheaper. I think they do a few more giveaways.
Probably. It's a really good point.
Yeah, because then they could also the owner or whoever could invest in all of the businesses that go around the arena as well. If they're creating a Battery or a Texas Live or whatever they're thinking about around the Stars, they could just own all of those too and just create crazy revenue streams for them. And then, like you're saying, the giveaways, like, you could do T-shirts. Like, I've been to a lot of NHL games, and they have T-shirts on every seat. But I've never seen that at AAC, which is interesting. They do it for the Mavs game sometimes. I went to a Mavs game, like game 81 of the season. They had T-shirts on the seat. So I think you can see a little bit more of that kind of action. Not that those T-shirts are ever the best, but at least it's fun that you're going home with something free technically, even though you paid for it.
I'm a sucker for giveaways, man.
Every time, dude. The bandana giveaway the other night last week, I didn't get one. I was like, I kind of want one. I don't know what I would do with the bandana. Like, I don't wear bandanas. Like, it's just gonna sit on the shelf behind me. But it's like,
I just have this super awesome bandana.
I wanted it, and I couldn't get it because I didn't have a ticket, obviously. But I'm not a fan. I'm sure I could have gotten one, but I didn't ask. It would have felt weird. So yeah, maybe you're getting more giveaways, more bobbleheads that we could give away on this pod, because we're gonna record tomorrow morning and be giving away a Mikko Rantanen bobblehead. So make sure you tune in. Hit that buzzword. Comment it in the comment section on YouTube. You got to be subscribed to. Hopefully, we won't give it away this week. We'll give it away on Monday's episode, because it's going to be a hectic week with the trade deadline and everything. I don't want to have to build a wheel and all that kind of shit. So we'll give it away on Sunday when we record. Me and Dom. We'll give it away on that episode. There it is.
Sweet. Very exciting.
And we've already planned on the new giveaway. Maybe we can get something autographed by our favorite little fourth liner.
We love that. We're so excited.
That's going to join the pod. I'm going to try. I'm going to ask and see if – I don't know if that's illegal for us to be like, hey, can you autograph something for us, like when we're in there for media? Maybe I can't bring it in, but maybe I could just ask them about it and then –
Yeah, they probably could do it like on the side.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't want to get in trouble. Yeah, we'll do that. They buy all the line and don't build a train line going to Fort Worth. They'd lose a lot of money. How expensive are train lines, guys? As someone that's not familiar with public transit very often, seems like trains are pretty expensive. Especially going from Plano to Fort Worth. Seems like that'd be really expensive.
I don't know how much those tickets are. That's a really good question. It's got to be like, I don't know. I'd say like $25 to go.
All right, here's the deal. I paid, I think, 100 euros when I was in Spain, when I studied abroad for the month. Unlimited train rides. And I could go from where I was staying, which was 17 miles outside of Madrid, to Madrid whenever I wanted. And all the other stops in between. It's a long 17 miles. Let me tell you, it's an hour 15 minutes every time, with all the stops and everything to get to the Madrid train station. But it's like $100. So if you built one of those, how long is a train ride from Plano to Fort Worth? How many miles is that? Feels like it'd be a bajillion hours post game. And they probably don't run after midnight, because the last train was like 11:15 in Madrid. I would assume they're not running after midnight. You're going to take the train to a Stars game in April for the playoffs, and the game's going to start at 9 p.m. You're not getting on that train. So we're just running into problems here. USA train line costs about $100 to $250 million plus per mile. Yeah, holy shit. Yeah, we're not doing this. It's not happening. Who's building a train line? Unless we're going to start charging state taxes on everybody. Who's paying for it? Nobody. Yeah, but Plano's probably just going to happen. We're going to have to deal with it. But it'll probably be sick, too. It's going to be a brand new arena. It's going to be Stars focused. It's not going to be shared with the Mavericks. Like, they can do their own concerts. They get all the revenue. That would be really good news for the team, specifically. Just creating more revenue for the team to be able to spend in free agency. I know there's this hard salary cap and everything, but you wouldn't be upset being right at the salary cap every year. So that's the good news about it. The bad news is that everyone's gonna have to drive a little bit if you're in Dallas and deal with the tollway at rush hour 3 times a week. That's kind of what it is.
I'm just tweeting out about Wyatt Johnston.
What a guy.
He is one away from tying the franchise record.
for most power play goals.
Matthew, I'm learning more about trains on this stream than I ever thought I would.
I think it will be sick, but I love downtown Dallas, and I love how it feels like AAC is like the hub, and everything feels centered right there. It's just such a nice home.
Yeah, and I wonder how much of that's like nostalgia. Like growing up, watching games in AAC. For a lot of people, like I didn't grow up going here, but like I watched a lot of Mavericks games, I watched a lot of Stars games growing up, and like that's our building. That's what it feels like. And I don't think I've had a team like move arenas in my lifetime or stadiums. That's the other thing. So like I haven't gone through this before, where they built a new one and they moved away from it. Because like the Dolphins, they redid their stadium. It's in the same spot that I grew up watching it. I don't know.
And like me, I worked up at the Star for the Cowboys for years. And so like seeing all of the things that they built, all of the retail and restaurants that they brought in there that had to end up obviously paying the Cowboys for that space, all the events that came through that venue, what they did with the city of Frisco, like just so many different contracts. They have high school football that gets played there. You know, like I'm sure even the Texans facility, like what you guys are building down there, they'll probably end up doing something similar. But yeah, it's just like building the own district around it. It becomes its own little like bubble and universe that they can like build off of. So it is a moneymaker, that's for sure.
And like if we were in a situation where like the MLB, where you can blow through this luxury tax and not, if you just have the money, you can go pay it and all that kind of stuff, that makes more sense. To go do this, to make more money, to make more revenue, to make more profit and all that kind of stuff, like right off the rip by doing this and breaking off. For the Stars, I guess it's kind of personal reasons. Like you can pay your coach more, you can pay your GM more, you can pay the owner more, like probably pay the rest of the staff, the concession people, probably pay all those people more. So I guess it's a good thing. Just feels like it's a bad thing.
My only complaint, and this comes from being a San Diego Chargers fan and living in San Diego as long as I did, and then moving, we had petitioners come to our door while I was in high school to keep the Chargers in San Diego. And them sharing a stadium with the Rams was not ideal. Like I like SoFi Stadium, but I feel like the Chargers could have easily stayed in San Diego, built their own district, had something of their own down there, but the ownership wanted to split everything with the Rams. And now you have another venue that's probably not necessary totally in LA. Like they have so many venues there. It's insane.
And it's not even in LA, isn't it? Like in Inglewood?
Yes. And it's it's not a like great place to go around the game. Like there's no restaurant districts.
It's just
there's nowhere you can go. It's literally just traffic and parking lots.
Yeah, the Chargers moving from San Diego was weird to me. Because it was just them and the Padres. Like you could have just built a stadium next to the Padres and just have what Kansas City has, where they have the Royals and the Chiefs right next to each other and just city of parking lots next to it. But you have the San Diego backdrop.
Yeah.
With the Padres, that stadium looks sick. You just slap a NFL stadium next to it somewhere. Probably would look pretty cool. And you got those two teams and they never have to leave, all that kind of stuff. But then, yeah, they went to LA. I don't know. That's the one thing with the Stars. They're not moving like – they're moving away, but they're not.
They're not moving 2 hours away. Like
they're moving to they're moving within DFW, which people do all the time. It is what it is. But so that's the other thing that bothers me is that then there would be 0 teams outside of the Mavericks that have Dallas on their chest, that play for Dallas, that actually play in Dallas. think it's just a little stickler to me, you know? What are we, the DFW Stars now? And I love my Mavericks, and I want them to stay in Dallas too. But I'm less passionate about them right now because they suck. And they keep pissing me off. But Cooper Flag's almost back. You know, he'll be back soon. So, yeah, I get why the ownership would want to do it. I just wish they would do it in Dallas. Or just keep AAC or blow it up and
Redo
build a new AAC. That would be sick. Be cool. Look at the Titans in Nashville, building it right next to the stadium, Nissan Stadium.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I wanted. That's really all it is. It's like I just wanted to be in the same spot.
We can only wish and hope.
I'm not in charge. One day, you know. Do you see the Dolphins sold 1% of their team today?
No.
It's at a $12.5 billion valuation. So the guy bought 1% of the team for $125 million. So unless this company kind of blows up, I don't think I'll be owning a team in my lifetime. But I could be wrong. I don't know. Something could happen. A lot of money. It's like insane. Yeah, the Rangers did that too. Not that the Rangers ever played in Dallas, but they represented the state of Texas, and they wanted to stay in the city of parking lots. So I'm not going to fault them.
And they built Texas Live around it, and the new hotel, and all the things
cool.
that come into Arlington, and you know, it's a great little area over in Arlington.
Yeah, Texas Live is sick. It went kind of right at the beginning, right as the hotel had just been finished. I went to a Cowboys game in 2019. So the Ranger Stadium was getting built and everything. That was great. It was a good time. I understand why teams want to do that. It creates a community factor where you don't have to buy a ticket to go to the game, but you still get the game day experience. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. I think you get more Stars fans out of this by creating an environment just for Stars fans, but can we do it in Dallas? Just do it in Dallas. Yeah, Matthew, would love to be a millionaire. Would really love to be a billionaire so I could buy a sports team. So you know they're not even like paying money for it either. You know how they buy these teams? They take loans out against their trusts and stuff about the evaluation of how much money they do have, and then they use that loan to buy the team, and then they never have to then they just stream the revenue into that loan and pay it back. It's crazy. They're just like never using their own money. It's crazy. I don't know how it works. I understand the Stars want to do the same. It's just going to be a journey, guys. We got like 5 more years before anything happens.
Yeah, like at my work, they kind of, how they sold it to staff was like, think about baseball. The pitch clock came in and everybody was upset. The bases got bigger and everybody was upset. Then we actually started playing the games and they're like, okay. I'm like, yeah, but we're building an office 20 miles away from our stadium. That's not the same.
Yeah. What can you do?
How's our TikTok doing?
It's nothing. I think I got docked for actually having the stream on the live. So it's not really popping like it was for the USA game, but that's okay.
That is totally okay.
Yeah, TikTok was weird today. I usually look, I'm not saying I'm getting crazy likes on TikTok or anything like that, but I usually get more on like a little, like when I tweet or put out the thumbnail saying, hey, we're going live, or hey, we got a new episode, whatever. Usually get more. I got like 2 likes today and 3 views. So like it just didn't get pushed out. So maybe we're in the TikTok hell right now. I don't know.
It's okay.
Could be algorithm wise, but we'll get back. We'll be fine. Not worried about it. Hey, third period's about to start. Thank God. It's 10 p.m. We could just end the stream right now and everyone knows what happened, but we'll be here. You know, we keep chatting for 20 more minutes.
I'll give you updates on the Minnesota Lightning
Sure.
game. Okay,
They're playing
Minnesota
the
is
Lightning?
yes, they're up 2-0 over the Lightning. They have 2 goals on 7 shots, and Tampa Bay they have 14 shots on goal. Second period.
TikTok was having issues today? Okay, see? More you know. I had no idea. I always wonder why they didn't build Arlington like they have in Philly. Well, because they're actually in Philly, Jeffy. I think that's why. They almost did. They got football, baseball. Well, their basketball team is played in the hockey arena too, so they have all 4 of their core 4 sports there in like a circle in Philly, which is sick. How come the Cowboys never played in Dallas? What's up with that?
I feel like Texas Stadium was considered Dallas, like
It is in
even
Irving.
though it's like Irving, but like they kind of considered that more
Okay.
Dallas during that time. But they just Arlington, they made it work. That was their place.
Yeah.
They still consider it the Dallas Cowboys.
It's very interesting. My dad played in Texas Stadium one time. High school
Really?
football state playoffs, baby. Any Duncanville grads in the chat? That's where my dad went. I got a helmet over here from Duncanville. It's heavy as fuck. I don't know how my dad held it on his head. That's insane how heavy these things were. Look at this.
Oh yeah, Matt, the Cotton Bowl way back in the day.
Look at this shit. Like, put it on.
Oh my god. Someone take a screenshot.
It's so tight. I can't even get it over my ears. I don't know how anyone just ran around in circles with that thing on,
Mm-hmm.
and hit people with it. That thing is so heavy. And I played football growing up, and my helmet wasn't that heavy. Early 2000s, technology's great.
It's always funny hearing old NHL players talk about their gear because it's like my skates weighed 20 pounds and these guys are flying like NASCAR drivers.
And then Luds with his shin pads that were
Yeah.
wider than a car.
Oh, that's funny.
I mean, him talking about his shin pads is very funny. So he was like, yeah, you take a hairdryer to them and you flatten them out. You heat them up to flatten them out.
Ooh. Yeah, the old heads are like, these sticks are incredible. They don't have any weight.
Well, yeah, they're playing with wood sticks, and now they're playing with carbon fiber. Graphite. Okay, they did play in Dallas when they were in the Cotton Bowl. All right. Well, you know. Chat, we won't have a stream for a while for a game since they're going to be at home games for the next 6. Cat's on the stream. What are you laughing at?
I was I'm not sure if anybody saw the cat.
The cat?
crossover.
Yeah, I caught the cat at the end there. What's the cat's name?
That's Snickers. And let me just start by saying he is not my cat. We talked about this before. So yes and no. I'm cool with him, but he's he's been in our family forever. And my mom had him, and she couldn't keep him anymore, so now he's at my place.
Sure.
Yeah, it's lovely.
Dude, these fourth liners are fucking grinding. Sick. Shout out Snickers, though. Takes the right cat for me to like the cat, but Use old wood stick for a doorstop for your sliding glass door. That's impressive. I got a wood stick for like my 12th or 13th birthday, I think. Used it in driveway with like tennis balls and stuff. Me and my buddy built a hockey net in his driveway. It's pretty sick. Stars Legends just putting us on the power play here. Joel Hanley.
Man, cats just do whatever they want, dude.
Anything, dude.
It's always on their terms.
You're never in control. You can never coach them. Matthew, I'd believe anything that you'd tell me. The amount of jerseys you have.
In Matthew, we trust.
You can tell me anything and be like, yeah, you probably do have that, man. Giving Miro a little bit of rest here. I like that. Sam Steele, we need a little hattie here.
We needed Sam Steele hattie.
How many hats would you get on the ice if you saw Sam Steele get a hat trick in Calgary? 12 or 6?
Okay, so this is just like very interesting, but have you guys like played around in the Victory Plus app ever before?
By playing around,
Just
yeah,
like seeing all the
only
other
because I
like
can't find the
stuff that
Star
they
Game
have
app.
in there.
I've seen that they have like those little mini documentary things that they do.
Yeah.
Seen those are off something on the ice. I don't know. Seen that they have high school football, but other than that, no.
So what's interesting that I just found is they have all these, it's called in-studio creators, and they're like, Dude Perfect is listed as like creators for Victory Plus.
Sure.
All these other like random people that are based in like DFW. It's very interesting. You should go dive into it.
So we need to get on there, is what you're saying?
Well, I'm saying I definitely think we'd be more than qualified to be on there.
Sure. I know DLS was on it last year.
Yeah, they had their show like streamed on there, I think, a little bit.
Their pregame and postgames during the playoffs. And some of their watch-alongs as well. Matthew, what's the Jack Hughes theory? You have one of his sticks? How did you get his like Olympic stick? Sell that for $1 bajillion. Yeah, I would love to stream our stuff on Victory Plus. I don't know if they want us to like not curse on the show though, because you know me, I'll rip it sometimes. It depends on the day, depends on the mood I'm in, depends how fiery I am. So I don't know. I don't know how that works. I feel like you can't, but I could be wrong. Bloods is on there sometimes. Probably does on those shows. You know, what can you do? The Texas high school football coverage is good. Yeah, I haven't tuned into any of it, but wouldn't doubt it.
Yeah.
I need to get a hockey helmet. I think they have player worn helmets that I could still buy right now.
Oh, for sure.
Like at the hangar, maybe. I want to rip one. I just want to wear them on our playoff streams for the road games. Get a white one. Wear it for the road games.
Wear it for the road games.
Just get dialed in on the streams.
Just like full hockey uniform.
Yeah, I want to do it with the visor too.
Oh, that'd be great.
I don't want to rock the Jamie Benn look. Like that's not for me. I'm a new age guy, you know. I want a tinted visor. Give me the Ovi one from like 2007. Just a mirrored tinted visor. Be fucking sick. Yeah, I saw that, Matthew, from the Miracle movie from Disney, which is very funny. Wasn't Jack Hughes' dad like the actual last cut for the Miracle team in 1980 on that team? Or did I make that up? Pretty sure I heard that.
Oh, Matthew, I definitely saw that list.
Yeah, that was cool.
The scratch on it. That was an interesting like storyline that tied into it.
Yeah, Victory Plus was ripping a lot of high school football games during the fall. It's like every Thursday, Friday night you would see it.
We do a lot of coverage for the professional volleyball league too.
Oh yeah, Dallas Pulse, the do one.
Yeah.
We did some content with the volleyball one. The Houston volleyball team.
Yeah, love.
Yeah.
Sam.
I know.
You guys, this is Snickers.
What's up, Snickers?
Hi,
What you
kitty.
doing, big dog? You do look like some nougat, you know,
He's like,
inside of the Snickers.
he's like, what is going on? What are you doing?
Ooh, chat question. Do you think if we build this new arena in Plano, could we get a Dallas PWHL team?
I hear that they are doing 4 expansion teams potentially in the next year. So
Just putting that out there. I'm also just not opposed to just going back to the Reunion Arena. Just build a new arena there. Just remake the Reunion Arena and put it there. Why wouldn't we do that? Be sick. But a PWHL team would be sick. And then Hannah Bilka, captain of the Dallas, whatever PWHL mascot's going to be.
Immediately.
Just immediately. Don't even have to think about it. First player picked. First player brought to Dallas. Put the C on her. Call it a day. Profit. That's how you do it.
It's kind of been a little like we've been so just much of a threat offensively. Casey DeSmith's been doing his thing tonight.
Casey's been great. Yeah, and not that Calgary's put up a lot of high danger chances or anything like that, but that first goal is kind of wonky, and it's our normal Casey DeSmith goal, you know? It's an early one. It's a little wonky. It is what it is. Shuts them down the rest of the time. It's a lot easier when you already have 6 goals on the docks here too. It's like, yeah, I think make a few more saves. Not as much pressure. Feel a little bit loosey-goosey. Yeah, PWHL team with Bilka and Simpson. Why not? Yeah, I think you get a lot of people to go. That PWHL game that they had in AAC, I thought did really well with getting fans in there and everything. So Lightning just scored.
he did.
Waiting on my my sideline reporter to tell me. My PBA sideline reporter.
Oh, you guys.
Tell us about Pete Weber. How was that?
iconic. Like, the guy's an icon. Who do you think you are? I am. I never thought I'd meet this person in my lifetime, but you know what? Here we are. And I got to interview him after the Pete Weber Classic, so that was really cool. He's really nice. And yeah, it's been really interesting. Like, doing bowling, never in my life did I expect this. But like Pat McAfee was talking about the winner from last week just today on his show. Like, it's getting some like decent coverage, and then HBO has released a show on March 16th. It's 5 episodes. It's literally about the entire league. And so when I was there last week, HBO, the crew was there and they interviewed me, and they were like, who are you? Like, what's your background in bowling? And I was like, I have 0. Like,
I just got here.
I was like, this is my first ever bowling event. And the guy was like, tell me more. Like, camera in my face.
So what you're saying is you're going to be on HBO?
I don't think I'm going to make the cut. Like, the show's about the bowlers. I don't think that they're going to throw me.
So is it like Drive to Survive and Starting Five and all those little Netflix Hard Knocks version for PBA? Sick.
And interesting fact on that show is Ben Stiller is the executive producer of it.
Love Ben Stiller.
So,
is that why he's not producing Severance this season? He's taking his time on PBA. Fucking sucks, dude.
This is why we don't have Severance right now, is because of bowling. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think he's not even executive producer on the next season of Severance. I think he already backed out.
That sucks. We love Severance.
I know. I hope they don't lose the sauce. So when they do these changes, like House of Cards, got my wife into House of Cards recently, and we're on season like 2 or 3 right now. And I'm like, season 1 and 2, absolutely unreal. And then the writers changed. Season 3.
The Wild just scored like a really sick goal.
I hate how much I like Quinn Hughes now. It's like I never thought about him in Vancouver because they're on the West Coast and I didn't watch him that often. I was like, every time we saw him, I was like, pretty cool. That was sick. Mm-hmm. Then after the Olympics, I'm like, man, Quinn Hughes kind of rocks. Kind of a rock star.
Quinn Hughes is pretty great.
American legend.
Yeah, well, I watched that. I think it was Amazon that had like that show about the NHL playoffs that they filmed Mikko Rantanen in that then did not end up even showing, which was bullshit. Yeah. But when I watched like how bad the media was, how hard they were on Quinn, I was like, damn, man, he needs to get out of like he's really really good. That he does, and now people are noticing, and I don't think that there's a gap anymore. I think Quinn, if you told me he was the best defenseman in the world, I would listen to the conversation.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely. You mentioned faceoff, though. They had Mikko in the original trade to Carolina, and then they mentioned Mikko gets traded to Dallas, and it's just Seth Jarvis on the golf course being like, man, did he ask out because I didn't finish that goal the other night from his pass in classic Seth Jarvis fashion. And then we just like saw Mikko land in Edmonton, I think was that first game that Mikko played with us, and that we just saw him getting out of the car with that really tall guy from the Stars. The abnormally tall guy that always wears a suit that works for the Stars.
Yeah.
I don't know his name. Abnormally tall, though.
He's like player personnel.
Okay. Yeah. He's like 9 feet tall. I'm not even kidding. He's so tall. Yes. We see him and Mikko getting out of the car, and that was kind of like it. And they had Jake and Wyatt in their like graphic of players that they had for it, and then they just scrapped it.
Well, they also had Thomas Harley in there that they were supposed to do like a feature on. Look,
guys, Jake, he might have gotten something interesting, but Wyatt and Harles, like, what are we doing?
The two quietest people to talk to on the entire team.
Why didn't we put Segi in there? Like, you get the rehab, you get the comeback, game 82. plays the playoffs, has that game over the game 2 or 3 overtime winner. I can't remember which one it was. Could have done all that. Was Colin Blackwell the home winner? Game 2 OT.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah.
He was.
Okay, so then it was game 3. It was Tyler Shagan, OT winner. Mason Marchment, legendary play there too. All-star by Mikko Rantanen. It always goes back to Mikko.
He carried the team through the playoffs, if you ask me. Carried the team.
Unreal. The Colorado series was kind of a team effort, and then game 7, obviously, it was Mikko, and then it was just Mikko for a while. And Granny. People forget. Hat-trick Granny against Winnipeg one time.
We love Granny.
There was the most storylines in the first round between Dallas and Colorado. And
they're never going to go away, too. Like, every time we play Colorado, it's going to be a thing, and I know Mikko's going to just hate that forever. So who has 4 assists right now? I'm barely listening.
Did not even hear it, to be honest.
Oh, it's Matt Duchene, sure. That's hell of a night for Dutchy there. It's one way to get back in the point totals.
The Stars over the years have put out a lot of great jerseys. One jersey this season I have not seen a whole lot of are the blackout jerseys. I'm talking about like fans wearing them to games.
It's much more rare.
Yeah.
Like you see a handful of them obviously at home games. Like I saw 1 or 2 the other night walking in, but on the road you'd see them a lot. Haven't seen them a ton yet. So do y'all know about the playoff rules for jerseys and uniforms?
I do not.
You get 2 combos. You get a light one and a dark one. So you got to wear your whites on the road, obviously. You get to wear a dark home uniform at home. If you start the playoff, like if we started off at home and we wore the 99s, we would only be allowed to wear the 99s at home.
That'd be cool.
And we're allowed to wear them. Per NHL rules, you can wear whatever jersey you want at home and away as long as it's dark and light. But we would have to wear but you wouldn't be able to wear the Victory Greens and then switch over the 99s. So you got to start off with the 99s, and I think everyone wants to do it. So I don't know if the Stars will do it. They love their Victory Greens.
They sure do.
You see, I think his name's Mark Lazarus, The Athletic.
Yes.
He tweeted out the other day. Someone tweeted out that the 99s are the best jerseys that the Stars have. Why don't we wear them all the time? Mark Lazarus tweeted back to him and said, "You're insane. It's the worst jersey that they have. The Victory Greens, their home greens are the best. Great green, great logo, all that kind of stuff." And I was just like, look, the green's great. The logo, we got to work on the logo. If we get a new logo, like if you just put this on a Victory Green, you just throw that shoulder patch on there, the vintage shoulder patch, I'm so in.
Yeah.
You just put that on the front, state of Texas, little D, little star. I'm fired up. But, hey, I'm not in charge. It's probably for good reason. I'd do all kinds of crazy shit. Well, team, the last 2 games, Currently, aggregate score of 12-2. So you could say that's pretty good. I kind of like the rule because then if you wanted to wear your cool jersey, you could just wear your cool jersey the whole playoffs and be forced to. So like in the Stars situation, I would love that we just wear these. Razor loves them. Razor was a big part of making the jersey, I think. According to sources, aka Razor. And then we talked to him earlier in the season. But yeah, I would love to just see how much influence we could get.
Yep.
Let's save. Yeah, 32-18 shots, 33-17 right now as I'm looking at it on the screen. But last night, what was it, 37-18 or something like that last night? You're out shooting the people. You're getting grade A chances at a greater rate. You're faster to the puck. You're going to the hard areas, and you're still doing that late in the game. I think that's the good stuff. A white mid-wrist would be kind of gross, dude. I'd like that. As the reverse retro 3. You could talk me into it. I don't know. I gotta see the mid-wrist though. What does the modernized version of the mid-wrist look like? What are the color schemes? So I doubt we're going red and gold on it.
Need a mock-up.
Yeah, someone put that together.
I did ask ChatGPT to make a mock-up of the mid-wrist one time. And it did look pretty good. It had, I gotta find it.
ChatGPT history.
We just gotta get rid of the red. Can't do red. I'm in on the gold. I'm in on the forest green. But they'll never do the forest green again. So that's the other thing. It's always gotta be Victor Green. Which I love the Victory Green on the 99s. Huge fan. Big fan.
Guys, do we love Casey DeSmith right now? Isn't he just great?
Always and forever, man.
He's been so good. I'm so proud of him.
He's so good. So good at the hockey.
He's just like every single game, just so dominant. Like he's outstanding.
Was it goalie talking the other night after the Kraken game, maybe?
Yes.
And he was like, look, Casey's our backup, but he's not a backup. He's a number one. And he knows that. Everybody in the locker room knows that.
Mm-hmm.
So it feels great to just throw him out there all the time and just be that confident in your number two when you know you're just throwing out another number one. And it looks a little different too, which I think kind of hurts opposing teams because you're not seeing you might be prepping for Jake and then all of a sudden they're like, we're going to throw Casey out there today. It's just two different styles of goaltending, which is fun.
Right.
All right, Matthew, silver instead of the red. So we keep the gold, too. And then the new green on the bottom. Yeah, I could see it. 4 games out of the Olympic break. Stars are outscoring opponents 19-5 currently. Yeah, I mean, we're not playing good teams necessarily. Kraken are technically in the playoffs. Preds are right out of it. But yeah, it's good stuff. Good goaltending, good offense without your a couple of offensive playmakers. You're
having guys step up in moments where you need to score goals, keep the lead. And I think the big question is going to be what happens this week with any potential trades, because the Stars definitely need something in their group of forwards and something in their group of defensemen. So
what are the odds you think Jim Nilhardy has a deal with like Calgary or Vancouver done, but they're not announcing until after this game's over? Because that seems like a very Jim Nil thing to do. It's just like, yeah, I've already got it done. Just waiting for this game to be done so it doesn't leak out.
That's a good question. See, I almost think of when would be the most opportune time for Jim to make an announcement. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, tonight wouldn't be the time. Late.
Like right after the game. Yeah,
Right. I'm just thinking like the Thomas Harley deal when it got done. We were in the scrum when it got announced.
Yes.
So we already knew about it because Elliot Friedman had tweeted out about it before the game started, but be interesting. Be fun. It's just fun to think about,
Yeah.
That's all it is. So I just don't think we're getting anything out of Calgary. I don't think anyone they have makes sense for next year. But Van
could see happening.
I feel like there's two guys that would make sense if you get one of them bought down.
I have turned my Twitter notifications back on just in case anything does happen, any trades go down. So we're back to that, everybody.
Yeah. It's that time of the year. I hate when I do it for MLB because then I forget about it and it's the dog days of summer and I'm just getting crazy notifications. I'm like, what is going on Twitter right now? And then it's just someone tweeting about a game. I'm like, oh, okay. Need to turn those off. I'll see you back in July, buddy. That's all I needed.
Yeah, I'll leave Sham Saranya's ESPN notifications on for the trade deadline
year round.
And then I forgot how to turn it off, and I'll just see like Tyus Jones got bought out, and I'm just like I didn't need the ESPN sound for that.
Yeah, his stay on year round. Schefter and Rappaport stay on year round for NFL. Can you get the new 99 jerseys at AAC? I haven't looked in a hot minute, Natalie, so I don't know, but I would assume if there's any in stock, then yes, they will be at AAC. They will be in the hangar. I'll look. I'll be there this week, so I'll let you know.
The last time I was there, they had everybody but Miko, which was like a week or two before the Olympic break.
Yeah, good luck finding a Miko one. Because when they're in stock, they're immediately out of stock. Within minutes, it feels like. Cheers, Barn Burner. Welcome to the chat. I would assume you're a Flames fan, so sorry about that.
We got Barn Burner in here?
FN Barn Burner, man.
I think I know who that is.
All right. Said cheers.
Yeah, that's a Flames podcast. They have like
sick.
They have like 20,000 subs.
Huh. Good for you guys.
Basically, that's how I learned. Like they have one salary retention spot. It's a really good podcast if you're into the Flames.
Good. I wouldn't be today, but you know.
Yeah, you see, as a Stars fan, I got a decent sense that, we're going to make a move. What I'm like anxious about is what is Edmonton gonna do? What is Minnesota gonna do?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if Colorado can do anything just based off of like their assets they have, but if they do, that'd be crazy.
Yeah, Colorado opened up what $7 million in cap space for the deadline. I think that's all going to UFAs because they're worried about what the Kale number is going to be.
Yeah,
because the Kale could literally ask for whatever he wants, and they're going to just have to give it to him. And it's not like the Miko situation. They're like, we got Nate, we got Makar, we got Landeskog, we'll be all right. We got Nuchushkin, like whatever. So I don't think they're going to be willing to just be like, Kale. I don't think they're not going to squeeze them. I don't think they're going to try to get the best deal that they can get. So I think that $7 million, it's going to be open this summer. So whatever they do with it at the deadline would be UFAs. That's what I think Colorado does. Edmonton, this is what, the 4th year in a row that Edmonton's done this. They look like shit, and then they go to the Stanley Cup Finals, it feels like.
Yeah.
So I don't know what they could do at the deadline. I don't know what they're going to look like after the deadline when they look at the postseason. Anything could happen with them.
Yeah.
Minnesota's the one that scares me, honestly. You're playing with a GM that feels like he's on top of the world and he can't do any wrong because of that Olympics, because of the Quinn Hughes trade. I think that is the team that is kind of scary. Yeah, Lehkonen did just go on IR for Colorado. Yeah, the under would have hit 7.5 seconds from now. It's another win for the Dallas Stars. Tic-tac-toe, 10 in a row for your
Woo!
Dallas Stars.
Massive.
With our best
stuff.
players not even here.
That's insane. It's crazy. Tic-tac-toe, 10 in a row for the Stars. Thanks for tuning in to the Clean Sheet of Ice. Watch along for Stars versus Flames. We've had a good time with you. It's late at night. We're going to get out of here pretty soon. Dom, what time do you want to record in the morning? Let everybody hear it.
I'm good as I mean, it's 11. Still
Almost.
good for our normal time.
Normal time. All right. We'll do it. Savannah, you got anything else before we get out of here?
I'm good. I'm on trade watch, so if anything goes down, I will be tweeting about it, chatting about it, texting you guys about it, and then Friday we'll hear from Jim himself, but that's about it.
Dom, any last words?
Man, we can send out the Texas Stars. I feel confident that we have a good shot to win these games. Like, these guys have been playing so good.
Yeah, I mean, tic-tac-toe, 10 in a row. It's good to be on a 10-game win streak. We haven't had that in franchise history, which is pretty sick that we're experiencing it now with this team specifically post-Olympic break. It's been a lot of fun. Like Savannah said, we're on Trade Watch. We're going to record tomorrow morning. It'll be out by 10 a.m. on Clean Sheet Devices YouTube. It'll be on just every platform, Apple, Spotify. We got video there as well. But thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We've had a lot of fun with it. And, we'll have that. We're going to do a trade deadline trade deadline episode sometime on Thursday. I'll get with these two lovely people, figure out a time to record that. We'll have that episode up on Thursday, and then Friday, depending on what happens, we might be streaming live from AAC in the afternoon after we talk to Jim Nill. We'll have to see what happens. I'm not promising that one. So no Friday episode in the morning, but potentially a live stream there that Friday afternoon. So that'll do it. Clean Sheet of Ice. Live watch along, Stars versus Flames. They win again, 6-1, 10-game win streak. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Another episode.